earned your freedom or not.
Myself, uh, you know, having consistently generated about 5 to 10 leads on a weekly basis on an inbound way. I mean, for every sales guy, entrepreneur, or anyone on this earth, generating inbound leads with much of a pain is a nirvana. I mean, believe me, if you are getting consistent inbound leads, then that's awesome. So this is start of a journey where Amit and I we are coming up together to help all of us, get started with this journey. It's a beautiful journey, and it's more of a system where you you get started and you learn how things start working for you. Isn't that beautiful? So this is what I'm here for. And in a quick bit, let me introduce Amit as well. Amit, as you might know, authoritative selling expert. I mean, no other word to explain him. So he's been in sales for quite a bit. He's a sales trainer. He's based out in Chennai, and most important thing, he has had an amazing success generating leads and closing deals on LinkedIn. Yes. So I guess we cannot have a more important person on this webinar right here in this hour to help all of us, understand, learn, and know why and how generating leads using LinkedIn works, right? And very specifically, these sessions we have categorized them, and today's session is very specifically about how to attract customers and then grow your LinkedIn very meaningfully in very very less efforts. So we have basically through all our experiences, Amit and I, we have come up with three critical steps. They are pretty simple, but then of course we need some thoughtfulness around it. So we will be helping you. Let's walk through the process and understand how this works. And at the end, definitely we are going to do some live reviews of some LinkedIn profiles as well. Right? So is everyone excited? No, I can't hear the noise. Can I see something in the chat box? Is everyone excited? Okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. I see. Yo, that's awesome. That's awesome. Some more? Good. Awesome, awesome. I'm loving it. I'm excited. Yes. So everyone, let's get started. And before I start, I would like to give you some, a very basic importance. This is something that usually we tend to, you know, we don't really realize the importance of this thing. The profile of LinkedIn is so much important. A lot of times we think that how we should approach, how are we going to increase connections, and how are we going to do things. So the process, the whole idea of how totally underestimates the importance of who. So LinkedIn is a social network. It's a vast, vast, vast platform, and it matters a lot on who am I connecting, who am I engaging with. So having that perspective in mind, if you start creating the importance around who, which is why the importance of LinkedIn profile comes in, and that is why the entire session is dedicated on a single aspect of LinkedIn profile can help you powerfully position yourself on LinkedIn, attract customers, and make an impact. So to get started, I would like to hand it over to Amit. Hey Amit, are you there?
Yes, Gaurav, I'm here.
Hey
Can
Amit.
you hear
Hey,
me?
I can hear you. I guess a bit louder.
Is that good now?
Awesome, awesome. Yes, sure.
All right, everyone, good morning. I hope everyone is in good health, and I pray your safety from the COVID-19 disaster that's going on. So let me see. Everybody's here. Everybody can hear me loud and clear before we move on. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining in today, this beautiful morning. Joining in from Chennai. And the most important part, first of all, thank you for giving us this 30 minutes, 30 important minutes of yours. We value this. It is a commitment to me and to Gaurav, and we will make sure the next 30 minutes we make it worthwhile for you. With that idea in mind, let's get started. A quick note about me if you don't know me. My name is Amit, and I'm an authoritative selling expert. I work with sales professionals and entrepreneurs to help them crack the not interested customers and increase their sales up to 70% in first contact. That's what I do. I'm also the CEO of Disha Consultants, recognized among top 25 sales consulting and training companies in India by CR Magazine, by the CEO Story Magazine, by the Great Companies Magazine. I'm also the author of the bestseller Sales Decoded book. You can find it on Amazon, and that's what I do. And today's session, as Gaurav mentioned, it would be focused on LinkedIn profile. If Gaurav, you can give me the control and I can run the PPT, or if you would like to run it for me, how are you going to do that?
Hey, Amit, I guess you have the controls. Can you want to just try?
All right.
Got it?
No, not yet.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let me just share my screen, and then probably I'll have the control back. All right. So everybody, if you can, in fact, Gaurav, can you confirm that you can see my screen here?
I can see it, Amit.
Fantastic. Then everybody should have. All right. So moving on, when I work with sales professionals, when I work with the entrepreneurs, there are multiple challenges that people mention to me. One being we are not having meaningful connections. That's the word that typically being used. We're not having meaningful connections. We are not able to grow the networks. We are not able to generate any business out of it. So when we drill it down, basically there are three major issues that sales professionals and entrepreneurs or consultants and freelancers that faces with LinkedIn. The first one is the low profile views. Yeah, so they have been putting posts, they have been trying to make connections, but when you go into that little dashboard of yours and see, you're not getting enough profile views. Now, profile views, why they are important? Because if you don't have high profile views, you don't have a lot more incoming connections to you. And if you don't have a lot more incoming connections to you, all your efforts always stays outbound. You reaching out to people, you trying to connect to them. That's how you try to grow your network. It becomes a consistent effort for you, right? And that has to be invested daily. You want to reverse that trend, and you want to make sure that people find you and they connect with you, and that's how you grow your network. And when people find you, it is much more meaningful connections that you get. That's how it works. The second part of it is those profile views are not getting converted into incoming connection requests. That's another second biggest challenge that we see with the when it comes to LinkedIn marketing or using LinkedIn. The third being the network connections that people are building, it is not getting converting into the real value. When we say the real values, it can be the next best job opportunity for you, or for sales professionals and entrepreneurs, it can be the lead generation, the business coming out of it, or the enquiries coming out of it. These are some of the biggest challenges that sales professionals, entrepreneurs, and freelance and consultants are facing uh, when it comes to LinkedIn marketing. And this is what we are going to address today in the next 20-25 minutes from here. Right. So, how does it go right now? When it is very important to see how people are trying to use LinkedIn, because a lot of answers to all these challenges lie there. What I've seen is, first of all, people have understood the potential of LinkedIn, but they have not started tapping into it. That is one of the biggest, and that I would say 80% of your challenge lies there. they have acknowledged the potential of it, but they have not fully tapped into it. That is one biggest problem. When I meet people, when I ask people how you are using LinkedIn, the answers that I get is, yeah, we are using LinkedIn. I use it to make meaningful connections, or I use it for lead generation, business inquiry generations. I ask them these kind of questions. Then when I ask, are you successfully doing it? They say no. When I ask these questions like, how many hours you are investing daily on LinkedIn? I'll say, I do it randomly. I spend 15, 20 minutes daily. When I ask them what actually you do in those 15, 20 minutes that you spend on LinkedIn, now this is where the problem starts. Sometimes they are liking posts, sometimes they're sending connections. The whole idea is there is no consistent effort that is being made, because people have not actually accepted and acknowledged the true potential of LinkedIn. First of all, let me introduce you actual potential of LinkedIn, and it is not numbers. I'm not going to talk about numbers that 300 million people are there on LinkedIn and this kind of business is happening. No, look at it from an individual perspective, how I see LinkedIn. First of all, let's say from the businessman, entrepreneur, or sales professional's perspective. Right now, let's say you are in a job. Let's say let me start with sales professionals. Let's say you are in a job, sales job. Right now, what is happening is you are a dispensable resource to the company. Anytime you can be replaced, right or wrong. If 1 month is good, fine. If second month goes bad for you, you can be out of the job, and nobody can stop company from taking you out of it. But LinkedIn can actually reverse the trend for you. Now imagine you are a salesman and you have managed to build a network of 10,000 customers that you have handled, that you're dealing with, whether it is leads or potential customers or actual customers. Now what happened is, to company, you are having 10,000 of their customers with you. Now 10,000, if 10,000 itself is a big number, but if you could take it 20, 30,000, this becomes profound. Now, do you think after that you become a dispensable resource? You are actually an indispensable resource to the company, because if they check you out and you go and join another competitor offering the same product, then all those customers that you have handled, you can market it to them, you can take it away from them. So you become an indispensable resource, which is huge. That's one way of it. Second way of it is, right now, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a sales professional, you are making an outbound effort in your sales, growing sales. Like, you reach out to people, you call them, you email them, you find the databases, and you start that effort. It is all outbound. Now LinkedIn can actually reverse it to inbound, where customers can find you, customers will search for you, customer will connect you, and customer would like to give order to you. Wouldn't that be amazing if you have that kind of thing going on, where people find you, they come to you, and you are just sitting over there, you make one post a day, that's all. And then you have, like how Gaurav mentioned, 5 to 10 inquiries coming out of it every week. It can be even more bigger if you put consistent efforts over there. Now let's take a look at the third part. Let's say 10 years or 20 years or 30 years from now, let's say when probably you will retire, when you will be out of the job, what is the thing you're going to do then? And how the money going to come from? Where the money going to come from? Because I don't know if any of us will have that kind of savings, being in a job or being in a business. We are not saving enough, no matter how much we are earning, whether 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs per month, or 50 lakhs per month. No matter what we are earning, our lifestyle also goes up, so we are not saving that much also. So in the end, what will happen is, we won't have any money left with us. What are we going to do next? LinkedIn is the answer. Let us say over the next 20 years, 25 years, if you manage to accumulate over 100,000, 200,000 followers, now any company will pay you any big buck that you like, just to drop a post in your followers about their product or their service. So one post, and it can earn you like up to 10,000, 15,000, $20,000 also, depending upon how big following you have, how active following you have. So it is more of a you can call it your retirement policy, or a life insurance also. That's how you can look at it. So there is a huge potential to it. Right now, people have not accepted or acknowledged it or understood it fully, and that is why they are not making consistent effort on LinkedIn to make it grow. And this is where the first challenge lies, because 80% of the people are struggling here. What I would like you to take away from here, one of the biggest one that is today, is that you promise to yourself that you're going to dedicate, no matter whether it is half an hour or 1 hour daily, in upgrading your profile, in making it worth that people find it, that people connect with you, and that people you know give you business, you grow your network, you take opportunities out of it and convert it into real money or real opportunity for you. Otherwise, these kind of sessions are good to attend, but then you won't see any impact in LinkedIn. So that's first takeaway, that invest in LinkedIn the time, because LinkedIn is your power. LinkedIn is your personal brand. People see you, people know you. Right now, you don't have any website. For sales professionals, I'm talking for consultants or anybody who's in job. Entrepreneurs, they may have a website. Right now, you don't have any website. You don't have any blog. You don't have anything that shows your credibility, credentials to the world out there. So LinkedIn is that. Work on it. It is your personal brand. Not just that efforts you have to invest, you need to even go ahead and invest money in it. When I say money, when I come across people's profile picture, it's like you know I get a wrong impression about it. Like sometimes I get people are not professional, sometimes I get impression that people are not paying attention to it. Sometimes some funny faces are over there. Sometimes I see the back head of the people in the profile picture. No, go to the studio, get a professional picture, invest some money, 100, 200, $500. Trust me, it's gonna come back to you with a lot of money, because face value is the biggest value when it comes to LinkedIn or any professional networking platform. Even your banner, I see the banner, most of the time the banner is not there. We're going to talk about it a lot, but get a professional banner for you. Even if you have to invest some money, it's a one-time investment, but it's going to come back with a lot of money to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first thing that I wanted to talk to you. Let's talk about the second biggest mistake that people make over there. Uh, and it is resulting in less profile views, less connections, and less real value coming out of LinkedIn. So how when I meet sales professionals, when I meet entrepreneurs and consultants, what I've understood from the conversation that I have with them, that they are seeing LinkedIn as a professional networking site, just like Facebook. It is a professional networking site where you just create a profile with your own knowledge and idea that you have about your profile or what you want to tell the world. You just create a profile with that, and then you start connecting with people. Then you start putting posts, if sometimes if you can do that, or create a videos also, or share some contents, and you just continue hoping that one day the visibility will improve and the people will start coming back to you, and it will start converting into real money or opportunity for you. No, I don't see it that way. I was seeing it that way when I 1 year ago, one and a half year ago, when my connection itself was like in hundreds, 527, I believe. If I have to say, today it is almost 13,000. So that's how I used to see it. But then I realized it's the biggest problem. This is not the way. If you really have to convert it into real money and opportunity, this is the wrong way of seeing it. The right way of seeing LinkedIn is as a search engine. you know a search engine, where like a Google, where people can search you, find you, connect with you, and that connection turns it into an opportunity or real money for you. So when you start thinking it like a search engine like Google, and LinkedIn as Google, and your profile as your website, then everything gets changed. And this is where the theme of the program is. And from here on, this is what I will be discussing, and there will be a lot of takeaways for you from this session. So let's talk about that. Remember, LinkedIn is a search engine, and your profile is your website. Why do I say that, and how it changes everything? Now think of it this way: there are 300 or 400 million, or probably 500 million people on LinkedIn now searching for people. Now, if your profile doesn't get that visibility, then you're losing a lot of traffic. Just like in Google websites, if it is not on number one page of Google, then they are missing hell lot of traffic. That is not lot of people that searching for that kind of product or services, or for that kind of people, and they are not getting that kind of inquiries. That traffic is not converting because they don't have that visibility. So first of all, your profile should have that visibility, that you are in front of the right people and they get connected with you, and you can turn it into opportunity or money over there, right? So it is very important. And let me tell you, the third part of it is why visibility is so important. Visibility is so important because now Google is also ranking all the LinkedIn articles or all the LinkedIn profiles, and a lot of traffic from Google is coming to your LinkedIn profile. If you don't believe me, you can go and search for it. Probably I can show it to you. Just a quick example, I'll show it to you. If you can, if Gaurav, you can tell me, you can view my profile. I mean, you can view my screen over there. Is it visible, Gaurav? Or probably others can, if you can confirm that you can see my screen. I'm into Google search engine right now. And I'm trying to let me bring the chat over here. I'm trying to search for Gaurav Patel. Just to give you an example, how LinkedIn or how Google is ranking LinkedIn profiles as well. Just take a look at it here. I'm just going to take a look at into the chat and see. Unable to, not visible to the search. Let me just check my sharing settings. Just give me a moment here, guys. Bear with me. All right. I'm gonna share my screen now. Yeah, the entire screen I'm gonna share, so it will be easily visible. It should be visible now. All right, guys. I am unmuted. Can you guys hear me now? If you could give me a quick yes. Okay, perfectly. Everybody is able to hear me. So for those who can't hear me, it is actually the problem with your mic, because rest of you all can hear me very well. Okay, so please, I'll give you just 30 seconds to take a look at your audio settings and check out where the problem is. It's very important. If you couldn't hear me, then it's not going to be uh, you know uh, you won't be able to grasp all the concepts that I'm going to talk about. All right, guys. So just to give you an example, I'm just searching for my friend Gaurav Patel here. So just to give you an example, here it is. You see that how LinkedIn is actually ranking all the profiles also. Here it is. So he is the guy who would be getting most of the traffic if when people will be searching for Gaurav Patel directly, the name. And if your profile has the right keywords, whether you are a consultant or whether you are doing whatever profession you are in or whatever kind of traffic you want, if you could use the right keywords, you will have that kind of traffic coming from Google also to you. And when Google gives you the traffic, it will be a hell lot of traffic, a hell lot of connections for you. So just that was just to give you an example how why it is so important. People are still joining in. I'm sorry. Just give me a moment. Yeah. All right. So it is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you work on your profile every day, every single day, and invest at least 30 minutes to beef it up, to make it ready for the LinkedIn search engine. Now, when I talk about LinkedIn as a search engine, as I said, the whole mindset gets changed. The whole way you look at things gets changed. Now, if you have to get your profile ready for search engine, the first thing that you have to do is get your profile ready for people. Now, this is where one big misconception is there, which is that you are making your profile for yourself. When you make your profile for yourself, then actually what is happening is you are telling the world what you want to tell. But if you want LinkedIn to convert it into real money and real opportunity for you, then you have to get your profile ready for your most ideal customer, right? The most ideal customer. So when a customer lands on your profile, he doesn't see what you want to tell him. He see what he wishes to see, right? That's the biggest mind change. So everything, the story will be yours, but the way it will be presented, it is how your ideal customer would like to see it, or what he searches for. And that's when you get profile views, that you get connection requests, and that converts it into real money also for you. So to do that, to make your profile ready for the LinkedIn search engine, first thing what you need to do is the precise target settings. Now this is where most of the things goes wrong, 80% of it. When I come across entrepreneurs and sales professionals, when I talk to them and I ask them what is exactly that you're looking to get from uh, guys, are you able to hear me? If you can give me a yes, because someone just mentioned that uh, yeah, it's audible, right? Okay. So guys, please check your audio connections, because rest of all, they're able to hear me well. All right. So when I talk to sales professionals and entrepreneurs and consultants, and I ask them what exactly you're looking to get out of LinkedIn, I get half-cooked answers from them. Some says meaningful connections. Now I don't know what is the term means, that meaningful connections, what it means. And some says we want leads or enquiries from LinkedIn. Now that is also a half-cooked answer for me. When I ask them what kind of people you are targeting, now this is where the things gets worse. They don't know what kind of people they are targeting. So this is why precise targeting, target setting is very, very important in LinkedIn. If you are a salesman or an entrepreneur and you're looking for business development or inquiries from LinkedIn, first of all, you have to describe what kind of people you're going after. People, like what are the customers that you're targeting. For example, are you targeting CEOs? Are you targeting IT managers? Are you targeting administrators? Or what kind of designations are you targeting? That has to be defined. Second part of it is, what is the industry or sector you're targeting? Now you cannot target everything. Just like in Google, right? If you're making a website, you're not making a website for the whole world. You're making it one case for one category of people. In the similar way, search LinkedIn profile is designed for one particular kind of audience, and that has to be defined perfectly, right? So what industry or sector you are targeting, and what region you are targeting, it is also very important. Are you targeting people in US? In what region are you targeting? Because you cannot go and reach out to everyone, right? If you really have to get quick connections, quick profile view, and maximum profile view and maximum connections, first you have to go narrow and define your audience with the industry sector, with region, crack them, then move on to the next region or next industry sector. Like for example, right now I am targeting IT companies. Most of my clients are IT companies to whom I provide corporate training or sales consulting, and my major target right now is in Mumbai. This is where I'm working on. First I started with Chennai, then I went to Bangalore. Now I'm focusing on Mumbai, and that is where I'm getting major inquiries from. So you go region after region after region if you have to see success in it, and you have to define your audience, and then I will tell you where do you use all these things in your profile. Once it is defined, then where do you focus, where do you use it, so that you can get that kind of people coming to your profile. All right, clear enough so far? Just give me a quick yes to make sure that everything is clear to you so far. But anyway, I keep things very simple. It's not that you're gonna have tough time understanding my language that I use or the terms I use. All right. So moving on, ladies and gentlemen, first we right now discussed is the precise targeting. So precise targeting has three elements: customer designations, industry or sector like IT, manufacturing, retail, what exactly you're targeting, and then the region. If it has been defined for you, it's well and good. For example, I'll give you another example. Let's say if you're on LinkedIn for, let's say not business inquiries, but for let's say job search, Right now you're not searching, but let's say in future, right now you're placed well and you're doing well in your job, but in future when you would like to make a switch, whether for better salary or things gets worse in the current company, it doesn't matter, where would you like to go next? So if you have that kind of precise target setting, like okay, next I would like to see myself in big IT companies above 500 employees, then I should be making connection with HRs or HR heads, then it becomes meaningful for you. Otherwise you're targeting like everybody, and which in which region you would like that job to be, in Chennai, in Mumbai, in US, anywhere, then you have to define that region as well. If you are an aspiring entrepreneur right now, you are in job, but down the line after 5 years you want to start a new company, that's what your plan is. Right now 90% of startups, they get shut down within 1.5 year because of the lack of the customers. But now you have a power at hand, you can build your customers before you start your company, right? So if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, you have plans down the line after 5, 6, 10 years, then what kind of customers would you like to target? What kind of product you have in mind? You may not have the complete idea, but some vague idea. And for that kind of customers, you can start building your connections right from now. So when you go out of the job after 5 years or 10 years and you start your company, you already have at least 10,000, 15, 20,000 people to go out to with your product. Imagine how many customers will you have from that first interaction. You have a network, you have built your trust with them, you have built connections with them, you have some communication going on, they understand your credentials, credibility, authority, and when you come out with the product, you have customers ready. That is the biggest problem of startups right now. So whatever category you fall in, the precise targeting has to be defined. Now let's talk about the second part of it. If the targeting is defined that I'm going to go after these kind of people, then how do you make your profile visible to them so that they can search you, they can find you, and they can connect with you? And then you have more connections, you have more followers, and that converts it into real opportunity also for you. For that, a lot of things has to be done. And when I was looking at all of your profiles, I did find gaps in there. In everybody's profile, one or the other, there were gaps in there. Right. Now, first of all, just like Google search engine, when you build a website, first challenge for anybody is to get the trust of the customer and to get that familiarity that he is my kind of person and I should connect with him. You know, the like-minded concept. Everybody says, I would like to connect with the like-minded person, but you never optimize your profile for them to make it look like that you are like-minded, right? So that is the concept here, the familiarity concept. So trust and familiarity, when you're building your profile, three things are very important. First of all, you should know for what kind of target audience you're building it. Then second is you should make sure it is trustworthy enough that people should trust it and connect with you. And familiarity factor should be there, that people recognize that he's my kind of person and I should connect with him. Remember, you're not building your profile for yourself. You are building the profile for your target audience. That is the message I want to pass here. Now, with that idea in mind, I'm going to just take you back to LinkedIn when I start discussing these concepts with you. Let me just switch my screen. Just give me a moment here. Well, by the way, we have a full house today. When me and Gaurav were planning for this webinar, we thought we're going to plan it for 10 people, but we have a lot more than that. Thank you very much for it. Okay, so here I am. If you can give me a quick yes to say that you are able to see my LinkedIn profile that I have up on screen right now. Fantastic. Let me go ahead with that. Ladies and gentlemen, first thing first is, as I mentioned, you have to invest efforts on it daily. And first task is to complete it 100%. When I say, and even LinkedIn recommend it. So if you could see my profile, you see this all star here. It's for completing my profile. So first of all, you should have an all-star, which tells in a basic way you have completed your profile as per the LinkedIn search engine, right? All the things are complete. Now, most of the people do it, but where they miss out on the majority of the time is, first of all, this banner. Most of the time I see it, the dull blue that by default comes with the LinkedIn profile. And how do I define it? Imagine it is a prime real estate place or a property, you can call it. Like if I have to give an example, in Bangalore, imagine near Majestic, it is the prime real estate villa where thousands of people come and see this banner, the banner that you see over there where it mentions authoritative selling. Thousands of people come and see it every day, but it is most of the time it is blank. And even if it is not blank, you have kept it something for namesake. It is not passing on the message that your ideal customer should be listening, seeing, reading, and then getting motivated to connect with you. It's very, very important. We'll discuss in the coming section what next has to come. Now, what is important is you get this banner done from outside. If you can do it, if you want to do it, you have a beautiful tool here called canva.com. Yeah, it's a free tool, you can use it. And what it does is there was a typo, so I'm just going to do it again. Canva.com, that is the one. So here what you can do is it will help you create this banner in the exact specifications that LinkedIn accepts. You can create banners for YouTube, for LinkedIn, for your websites, for Instagram, any kind of tool. It's a beautiful tool that you can use. So you can use it, create your banner, and have the banner over there. I can show you right now. You see this little dashboard I'm going to show you here. This is the one that is up on your screen. So like you see that 630 people are looking at my profile, and it is actually down because I'm not working on it for some time now. But you see, once there was a time like a few months ago where 2,000 people every day used to visit. And look at this search appearance. That is the another parameter for you to see how well your profile is performing. Search appearances. This is where it tells you how many people have searched for you and found you, and what kind of keywords they are using. Okay, so you have to always keep checking these parameters and make sure they are increasing. Right now, the second part of the profile that is missing from everybody's is providing services. If you are an entrepreneur and sales professionals and you are offering services, you have to mention it, and it should be public, that what kind of services that you are offering, because that is the second quickest thing that people will see over there. The third part is the About Us section. Now, this About Us section that you see over there, most of the time it is written keeping HRs in mind, even for sales professionals and entrepreneurs. That's a wrong way to do it. When potential client will land and they're gonna see, okay, that you're, let us say you're a sales manager in the company, and this is what your responsibilities are, he's not going to get the right message, right? He will not be motivated to connect with you. What you have to tell here is what are the kind of challenges that you solve for people, what kind of results you have delivered so far, who are your most important client. This is what you pass. That's, you want the people to read that, and you want people to come back to you. Yeah, that's very, very important. Now the second section I'm going to talk about is the featured section, which is missing in like 90% of the profile. And LinkedIn is focusing so much on it that they have increased its size. It used to be like this small previously, but in the last 1.5 2 months, the last update that has come out from LinkedIn, they have increased its size like 500 times from what it was. And what does it tell people is what you are exactly doing, what you have achieved, or what you're delivering to people, so that everybody should have a featured section. You can go to add profile section over here on your profile, and here you can add a featured section. So we'll discuss about it, what are the things you need to add here. But unless you have this featured section, you're missing out on the big things, because out of all your profile, the banner is the biggest one that is visible, and then the feature section. This is what it takes, people takes a look at. See, I have all the pictures of the training program that I have done for corporates and professionals and all entrepreneurs. I have those pictures so people know that he is the guy who is trustworthy and he is actually doing good in the market, and I should go out to him. And then at the same time, if I want to pass on any important information to all the people who are visiting my profile, I have this thing over there. See, that's so important, the feature section, right? Now, next, talking about the next one is everybody is doing this well. The designations when you mention it over here. But in the designation, LinkedIn allow you to put all the achievements that you have achieved in this profile. Like in the current profile, I have written many ebooks, I have written many books also, and I have written many courses also. So I display all of them there, so people can click on it. It goes to your website, whether your company website or your own website, and then it increases the chances of me getting more inquiries. Yeah, that's very, very important. Now the next section which people focus is less on, and customers or HRs or anybody you talk about visit the most and check it out, is the recommendation section. This is the section. Now some have empty, others have one recommendation or two recommendation. It doesn't work like that. As I said, trust and likability is the first factor with which you should be building your profile. You should have a lot more recommendations, because this is the section that customers who wants to do business with you first take a look at it by default, and even HRs who are looking at your profile for job or something, they're going to come and look at this section. So what you need to do is connect with all the previous customers, ask for recommendations. So you can go to your profile section and ask recommendations if you like. You can do that. It's directly over here also. But ask recommendations, ask as many recommendations as possible. Minimum is like 5 recommendations. Above that you can take it to 10, 15, 20 you like, but 5 is good enough, more than enough. After that, if you want to increase, you can increase it. Again, it builds a lot of trust and credibility when people are talking about you. You know, the social thing, right? When other people talk about you, that has a big profound impact rather than you talking about yourself. Now, this is the next section that I want to talk about is accomplishments. You should mention it. Any kind of accomplishments you have, like we have won 4 awards, we mentioned it. Now, this is another section is interest section. Now, there is a misunderstanding about this also. In the interest section, people mention what they like. As I mentioned to you before, our profile is not our profile, it is our ideal customer profile. So the interest that you will be mentioning here is actually what is your customer's interest or what is HR's interest. That you want to show them that we are the like-minded people. We both have something common in us. When people see there is something common between you two, then they have a more tendency to connect with you, because they think, okay, if I connect with this person for this particular thing, I will have a lot more coming from him, whether it is entrepreneurship, whether it is sales, whether it is marketing, whether it is consulting. When they see that he has the common interest and he will be sharing a lot more content, then it increases your chances 10 times to get a connection request. Very, very important. All right, guys. So this is very, very important for you to work on your profile and fill all these sections. Very, very important. Now let's talk about the next part of it is building your funnel. Like I mentioned, LinkedIn, I see it as a search engine and your profile as a website. So like if you're building a website and you want to submit to Google and you want those people to find your website, customers to find your website and come to you, then you have to build a funnel on it. Funnel is nothing but, first thing, they should be able to find your website. Second is, once they land on your website, they should be able to take necessary action like filling a form or contacting you. That is the second logical step. This is called funnel. Now most of you will understand it here because majority of the crowd we have is entrepreneurs and sales professionals. So similar way, your profile should also act like a funnel for your requirements that you want to achieve, the results you want to achieve from here. So how do you do that? I call it the network funnel, where I would like people to view my profile, find my profile, view my profile, connect with me. I just work till here, and then there is another funnel at work, how to create inquiries from it. We'll discuss it in the next webinar, in the lead generation webinar, but I'm going to discuss it till here, where people can find your profile and people can visit it here, and then it turns it into connection request. Just give me a moment here. I have a chat request. Now, anybody who's having a question, we're gonna, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, just quickly, I'm almost done, and then I'm gonna pass it on to Gaurav, and we'll go from there to the live profiles. And one section Gaurav would like to cover, very important. Right, network funnel. How do you build network funnel, ladies and gentlemen? First thing first is, this is the place where you mention what exactly you are doing in your current profile. Now, most of the time, people treat it as a shelf for all the designation trophies. Like, I'm the CEO, I'm the author, I'm this, I'm that. No, this is the part where you communicate what kind of problem do you solve for people. Because whenever you like, whenever you comment, whenever you do anything, this is the only part of the profile that is visible to other people. Now, what you would like is people should see this part, they understand what is the value that you're offering, and then they come back and connect with you. Yeah. So you see, I didn't put my designations over there in the beginning. This is the only part that is visible to people when I put like, comment, or anything like that. And this is where I mention the kind of problem I solve, the kind of results I deliver. That is called the funnel. So, first step to the funnel. The second step to the funnel is this part, where when you're creating a banner, you should mention it, your value proposition here also. What is the problem that you solve, and what is the result that you bring to the table for people? When they look at your banner, they should be able to get an idea that this guy is doing this, and this is the kind of result he brings. I should be connected to him. Very, very important. Okay. So you can take a look at my profile. So I mentioned I'm into sales trainings. I do corporate training. So there is a picture over there for that, and then my value proposition comes here. And these are some of the achievements that I list down here. In fact, sometimes I list my upcoming workshop, upcoming event also. So most of the people get to know about it. I list it here. I list it in the featured section also. So I do all that. So this is called the funnel, where you would like more participations from people. Now the second part of the funnel is the keywords, the kind of keywords people use to search. For example, when people will be searching for me, they would be searching for sales training, corporate training, those kind of keywords they would be using. And even in Google, they use these kind of keywords. So same keywords I use everywhere. You see, for me, corporate training or corporate sales training is important. So I have put it here. I have put it here in the services section. I have put it here in the about section. I have put it in the featured section. Everywhere there is a full use of keywords that my audience will be using to find my kind of people, and that is why they are able to search me. That is why you see these search appearances, why people are able to search me, find me. You see that over there, people are searching for salespeople, founder, executive director, and they are able to locate me everywhere because of the keywords that is being used here. All right. So that is very, very important. And the third part of it is the contact us. How do people contact you? So you should have that contact information listed over here. Most of the time, I listed in the about section, where I just put uh, my email address over there. So when people are reading about me and they would like to connect with me immediately, they can either connect with me through LinkedIn or through my email. So that is another funnel that I have created. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do these three steps, where you dedicate time for LinkedIn every day, half an hour, 1 hour, I invest daily 1 hour on it. You can take your goals of half an hour, where you start thinking LinkedIn as a search engine, and design your profile for LinkedIn and for your ideal customers that you would like to get connected with. Then people can find you, people will visit your profile, and when they visit, you have the trust factor and you have that likability factor in there, with profile complete and totally designed according to your ideal customers liking, searching. Then you will have a lot more search appearances, you will have a lot more people visiting your profile, lot more people connecting with you, and lot more people sending you connection requests and turning it into real money for you, real opportunity for you. Now I know I have taken a lot more time than we discussed. I'm sorry about that, guys. But I pass it on back on to Gaurav. Gaurav actually gave me 30 minutes. He's a cruel guy, I'll tell you. I When I do my sessions, they goes on for 6 hours, but he gave me only 30 minutes, and I took more than that. I'm sorry about it, but I hope I made it worth for you. Now I pass it back on to Gaurav. Gaurav has a section to cover, and then we'll review the profiles, and then we off uh, for the rest of the day. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Pass back it on to you, Gaurav. Please take over. Gaurav, you still there? You need to come online. We can't hear you. Did I put him back to sleep? Is it? Hey Gaurav. Hey, did I make you sleep or what happened?
Okay. Hey Amit, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, okay, okay. Actually, I had a disconnect in the internet, and then I was not able to unmute myself. Hey, sorry guys. Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. Then
So
actually, overshooting helped us. Okay.
yeah, I did. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Amit. I mean, yes, the time was an issue, but then to be honest, I really enjoyed it. Even I learned a couple of bits over there, especially when you were running through your profile, and it really adds some value. I'm gonna make some changes immediately myself. So, guys, very quickly, to continue from where Amit left, what I would like to do is I would like to share some points here. I would like to throw some weightage on how you can actually convert. Now the Amit's uh, uh, what Amit was trying to convey was all about getting traffic onto your profiles, how to help the LinkedIn's algorithm and Google's algorithm to pull the traffic into your profile, and also create an impact by having the right keywords and setting it up really well. What I'm going to help you understand is how it works when someone is on your profile. How can you impact them and make them connect to you? Now, I'd like to go back to the exact point where I started. So it's all about who. Okay. So imagine today you're getting, say, what, say 10, 20, 50 visitors in a profile. Now, if you do what Amit said, I'm sure you're going to take it up to 500,000 and maybe more than that. I mean, Amit said 2,000 visitors a day on his profile. Wow, that's like amazing. Okay. I myself, I get something somewhere about 1,800 to 2,000, sometimes even 7, 8,000 views on my profile every day, and that's a huge potential. Okay, so once you do that, now's the time where you're trying to create an impact. Now's the time where you're trying to make sure that all these guys, these folks, when they are on my profile now, how shall I make them connect? How shall I make them send that connection request? Right, there are two things to keep in mind. One, you don't want to get connection requests from those who are not relevant to you. Okay. So, for example, if you're into software sales, then you don't want a connection request from someone who is not buying technology, right? So, if you're selling CRM, then you'd love to have connection requests from VP sales, sales managers, or CTOs, CIOs, or CEOs, right? You don't want connection requests coming in from finance side. So write keywords. As Amit said, use relevant keywords. Everywhere in your profile, use keywords. Now, if I look at Amit's headline in his profile, it says sales strategies to win 70% sales. Okay. So bang gone. Straight away. Straight away his headline says that my profile is for sales guys. If you want to win in sales, I'm here. If you want 70% conversion, I'm the guy. Right? So it immediately makes an impact. At the same time, that headline, which adds as a weightage on LinkedIn's search engine, makes an impact. Amit, can you do me a favor? Can you scroll down a bit? I want to help. Yes, yes, yes. A little more, a little more. Yes, there you go. Can you click on 135? So, guys, this is search appearances, which means this is all information. Now, just that's it. That's it a bit. Now, you can see Cognizant. So, guys from Cognizant were searching something and they landed on Amit's profile. Can you imagine? Right? So, this is the impact of having the right keywords in your profile. This is the magic that it can create. And going further, can you scroll down further, Amit? Now you see 19% of people are sales guys, exact target audience, founders, executive directors, university professors, business strategists. Everybody on his profile who are visiting are all relevant to what he would like to target, right? Top three. If you look at top three, right? Salesperson, founders, and executive directors. So, so guys, this is how your profile will start functioning, and there, you are only one step ahead. So I'm sorry, you're only one step away from that. Spend another 30 to 45 minutes, optimize your profile, have right keywords into it, create an amazing banner which clearly says who you are and what you do. Okay. And there's one more place you got to tweak around, and that is keywords. Amit, can you scroll down a bit? Now you can see here, sales trainer, chief executive officer. This is what people were searching for, and using these keywords, they accessed Amit's profile. So these are the top two keywords which are helping Amit attract visitors on his profile. So you can clearly see Amit has actually perfectly set his profile amazingly, and he is actually getting those, right? So probably actually this is one of his 70% conversion funda as well. Maybe Amit, maybe I'm filling the bins, but then this is how it works. So it's science and art coming together and creating magic for you. So this is the first part. I will repeat again, guys. Have the right keywords, okay? Create a right persona and have the right about us section. After having the headline, you immediately give an idea why people are here, okay, and what are they going to get. Your banner and your headline is going to create 80% of impact. Okay, if you don't have it right, then people are not going to scroll down to understand you more. Okay, the moment they read that and they like it, they're going to scroll down and they are going to read about us. Okay, so what is about us? About us is about what you are here. Regardless of you write 2 lines or maybe 20 lines, okay, make sure again you insert the right keywords. Make sure that you're inserting some social selling and social proofing. Say for example, I have sold to companies like Coca-Cola, Microsoft, Intuit. I've sold deals worth $100,000 over phone calls. So if I'm inserting this, then I'm positioning myself as an inside sales expert, someone who knows how to crack big deals to the enterprise companies sitting in India, cracking deals in US. Okay. So I'm showing my capability. I'm telling people why, when you are here spending your couple of minutes of this day here, why are you looking at a very important profile? Why am I an important person in your life, in your goals, right? So this is going to prompt them to contact them more. Amit, can you do me a favor and go back to your about us section on your profile? Yes. And if you can scroll down, please. Thanks. Thanks, Amit. Yes. Now, if you see, Amit Sharma awarded top sales influencer in India. Now, one very important thing is he's not trying to please any HR, right? He's only and only trying to please people who are interested in increasing their sales. So first and foremost thing, top sales influencer in India. Simple. He has used amazing keywords. So sales guys in India are definitely going to get intrigued when they're reading this profile. Now you look at the second paragraph. In second paragraph, he says subsequently he has founded Disha Consultants. Now he's talking about his company. So this analogy goes like it's a positioning in a human way, right? So he didn't start it. Now a lot of times even founders or a lot of us, we start talking about our companies. Okay, one very critical thing to understand is this is not a company profile. You're not trying to sell your company. Okay, maybe you're trying to sell companies products, but then it's you who are selling it. And in sales, it is very, very important to understand that it is salesman who sells, not the product. So humanize your about section so that a human in the end who is reading it gets the maximum impact, right? And there are tons of reasons why Amit has mentioned clearly why you should connect to me. Why am I important to you? So, guys, in a nutshell, again, I will summarize it. Have a headline which clearly says what you do, okay? Or you might also want to include your achievements, okay, which can immediately create an impact. Your banner should be something more elaborated than your headline. Headline is barely say 10 words, but in banner you can include more powerful keywords, some exact keywords of what you do, the enterprise applications or HRMS, something like that. have your contact details in your banner. Maybe you might want to include some visuals about what you do. If you're a software guy, then have an image of a software. If you're a recruiter, then you might want to include some visuals about what you do. And if you're a founder of a company, then you might want to talk about your vision. So vision is very powerful, and if you're talking about it right straight away in your banner, then that's going to create an impact if the person is connecting to it really hard. Okay, so these are the elements. Now, for example, if 100 guys are visiting your profile today, okay, out of those 100 guys, say it's roughly about 70 guys are really relevant and they're reading your profile. Out of those 70 guys, now tell me, even if 20 guys are impacted and they want to connect to you, then these 20 guys are going to send you a connection request straight away. So every day you are going to receive 20 connection requests from your potential target audience. They are, if you are a recruiter, then they are your job seekers. If you are a sales guy, then they are your potential buyers. If you are an entrepreneur, then they are either your potential talent for the future, for for your future recruitment, or they are also potential buyer customers, right? They could be potential partners for you in the future. So it's basically a story that you're trying to create using your profile. And as Amit very beautifully said, do not think your profile as a profile. Your profile is simply a website within an ecosystem of the most powerful business platform of the world. I would repeat, your profile is a part of the most powerful professional ecosystem of the world. Yes, there are 600 plus million people, out of which 400 plus million people are using LinkedIn every day. And now you can just do a quick math on the search and try to evaluate how many number of target audience are present on LinkedIn. So these many impacts, these many people you can impact if you're using your profile in a very right way. Okay, so without losing any further time, guys, I would like to now quickly, review some profiles and help you understand on what changes you can make. Now, all these minutes, all these thoughts we have done using Amit's profile, yes, it is fantastic. But let me just walk you through on how you can make changes. Amit, do you have the links, or if you can share the access? Yeah, Amit, are you there?
Yeah, I'm just doing it. Give me a minute.
Sure. If you can just open the URLs. So, guys,
Okay,
meanwhile, yes.
now you're the host.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Thanks, Amit. Guys, can you see my screen? Yeah, Amit, can you confirm if you can see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, okay,
No, even Prerna is saying she is not able to see their screen. So, no.
okay. Just a second, guys.
All right, meanwhile, while this is happening, Shakti had a question that I
Yeah.
mentioned in third person perspective. Why is it important? Right. So while you get the screen up, I would like to answer that question. Shakti, why did I mention it? If you would like people to visit your profile, and once they see the profile, to send you a connection request, then you would have to design that profile according to what they are searching for, the keywords they are using. So that is why you have to think it from their perspective.
Mhm.
That is very important. So I hope that answers the question. Anyway, anybody having any questions, you can always write to me and Gaurav. We'll share our contact details. By the way, you already have the LinkedIn profiles, so you can still you can ask it right now, or you can always ping us also. Not a problem.
Yeah, Amit, can you see the screen
Yeah, yeah.
now?
Now we can see the screen.
Okay,
It's
can
up.
you see the LinkedIn profiles?
Yeah. So there are 4 profiles, but it didn't open in the web browser yet.
Okay, are they still, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, this is the profile of Jasmeet Singh. Okay. So, it's a well built profile. Okay. I mean, most